There is so much talk about all sorts of fitness these days, which are important, and particularly as you get older, because the amount of protein, your protein intake is now all of a sudden become important, because we lose certain amount of muscle mass as you're over 50, for example. Likewise with all aspects of your health. But the one thing that often gets neglected is our mental health. And I know there is quite a lot of talk about it, but what does it really mean? How do I actually do exercises or strategize my mental health? Because remember, whatever you're doing is actually a habit. And so you may have forgotten the habit, but there is a habit there. It's an automatic response. Arguably 95% of what we think is automatic, and it's the same thinking as yesterday. So you deliberately choose to change your thought process by focusing on doing three things. As I mentioned probably previously, the three things that I want to focus on is, the first one is to stop making it personal. Stop taking things personally, no matter where it actually comes from. Whether it's the TV, whether it's even ChatGPT, whether it's your partner, whatever. If you find yourself taking something personally, you know you're hooked into your automatic responses into a story in some way. I'm not saying it'll never happen, but just notice it and be quick to change it. Secondly, gratitude. Finding ways to be grateful in your day, whether it's on your morning walk or your morning routine, but be conscious of it, not just, oh yeah, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. Be as conscious as you possibly can for that. So the first one, break the habit of being yourself by stop making things personal or taking things personally. Secondly is gratitude. Feeling gratitude for so many things around you. And thirdly, and in no particular order these three things, but thirdly is perspective. Keeping things in perspective, knowing that this too shall pass. This too shall pass. No matter how good it is, this too shall pass. No matter how bad it is, this too shall pass. And to bring with that is, it's not necessarily your whole life. When something isn't working the way you wanted, we can tend to catastrophize and say everything is ruined or everything is bad, instead of saying, oh, sales are not good at the moment, or my health is under the microscope at the moment, but I can still do so many more things. Maybe in my case, I've got a sore ankle, which sometimes makes it difficult to walk, but it's not everything about my health. So I can focus on that and say, oh, my health is ruined. Or I can say, hey, when the swelling goes down, but before even that happens, I've got my full health. I've got really good health. And I can focus on that. And other parts of my life are going really well. And focus on that, not catastrophizing. So maybe that's the way I'd put it going forward, is stop catastrophizing when something is going wrong, making it about everything in your life. So yeah, that'll be the third one, is stop catastrophizing. In other words, keep it in perspective. Okay, cheers.